Have you ever been so absorbed in a task that time just melts away? Hours feel like minutes, and you're performing at your absolute best. That incredible state of focus and productivity is called flow. But what if I told you the secret to unlocking it more often isn't just about discipline or environment, but what's on your plate? What if your morning breakfast or afternoon snack is the very thing holding you back from reaching your full cognitive potential? Today, we're going beyond the generic advice to eat healthy. We're diving deep into the fascinating neuroscience of nutrition, exploring how specific foods directly orchestrate your brain's ability to achieve and sustain peak performance. We'll uncover the scientific blueprint for a diet that fuels razor-sharp focus, boundless creativity, and the mental clarity you need to conquer your goals. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about unlocking a new level of your own intelligence. So, what exactly is happening in your brain during a flow state? It's not just a feeling, it's a finely tuned neurochemical symphony. Your brain is flooded with a specific cocktail of neurotransmitters. Dopamine for that drive and motivation, norepinephrine keeping you alert and engaged, and serotonin providing a sense of calm, stable focus. It's the perfect storm for high performance. But here, as the crucial part, your brain doesn't just create these chemicals out of thin air. It needs raw materials, building blocks that come directly from the food you eat. Think of amino acids, healthy fats, and specific vitamins as the instruments in this neurochemical orchestra. For example, the amino acid tyrosine, found in foods like seeds, nuts, and beans, is a direct precursor to dopamine. Without enough tyrosine, your brain simply can't produce the dopamine needed for motivation and reward. Similarly, tryptophan, found in oats and bananas, is essential for creating serotonin, the neurotransmitter that keeps you calm and focused under pressure. Understanding this fundamental connection is the first step. You can't play a symphony without instruments, and you can't achieve flow without the right nutritional building blocks. Beyond just the immediate chemical messengers, a flow-state diet has a profound impact on the very structure of your brain. This involves something called synaptic plasticity, your brain's incredible ability to form new connections and strengthen existing ones. This is the physical basis of learning, memory, and skill acquisition. Think of your brain as a dynamic, ever-changing network. Every time you learn something new, you're literally rewiring it. And certain nutrients act as the chief engineers in this process. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, are a perfect example. They are a primary structural component of your brain cell membranes, making them more fluid and allowing signals to pass more efficiently. You can find these powerful fats in foods like flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and seaweed. They literally help build a faster, more adaptive brain. Then there are the B vitamins, especially B6, B9, folate, and B12. They are crucial for countless processes, including synthesizing neurotransmitters and protecting your brain from damage. Leafy greens like spinach and kale, as well as legumes like lentils and chickpeas, are packed with folate. These micronutrients are the behind-the-scenes crew, ensuring the entire cognitive production runs smoothly. We have to fuel the brain's hardware, not just its software. Now let's talk about energy. Your brain is an energy hog, consuming about 20% of your body's total power, even though it's only 2% of your body weight. This energy is produced by tiny powerhouses inside your cells called mitochondria. The health and efficiency of your mitochondria directly determine your mental stamina and endurance. If you feel that mid-afternoon brain fog, it's often a sign your mitochondria are running on empty. So, how do we fuel them properly? By feeding them what they love: antioxidants. The brain's high metabolic rate creates a lot of oxidative stress, which is like rust on your cells. Antioxidants neutralize this damage, protecting your mitochondria and keeping your energy production high. This is where a plant-rich diet truly shines. Berries, especially blueberries, are famous for their brain-protective antioxidants called flavonoids. Dark leafy greens, colorful vegetables, and even dark chocolate are packed with these protective compounds. Eating a rainbow of plants isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a strategy for fueling your cellular powerhouses and sustaining mental energy all day long. So, let's translate all this science into what your plate should actually look like. Creating a flow-state diet is about strategic choices, not extreme restrictions. Let's start with your main meals. The goal is to create a slow, steady release of energy to avoid the blood sugar spikes and crashes that destroy focus. This means building your meals around 3 key components: complex carbohydrates, high-quality protein, and healthy fats. For complex carbs, think whole grains like quinoa, oats, and brown rice, or starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes. These break down slowly, providing sustained glucose for your brain. Pair this with plant-based protein sources like lentils, chickpeas, tofu, or tempeh. This protein provides the amino acid building blocks for your neurotransmitters. Finally, add a source of healthy fat, like a drizzle of olive oil, a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds, or half an avocado. This fat not only provides energy, but also slows down digestion, further stabilizing your blood sugar and keeping you full and focused for hours. But it's not just what you eat, but how you eat. Your eating habits are just as important. Instead of rushing through your lunch while scrolling on your phone, practice mindful eating. Chew your food thoroughly. This isn't just old advice from your grandma. It actually kickstarts the digestive process, sending signals to your brain and gut to prepare for nutrient absorption. Better digestion means more of those brain-boosting nutrients actually make it to their destination. Also, hydration is non-negotiable. Your brain is mostly water, and even mild dehydration can impair focus, memory, and decision-making. Keep a water bottle with you and sip throughout the day. Now let's venture into one of the most exciting frontiers of nutritional science: the gut-brain axis. Have you ever had a gut feeling? That's not just a metaphor. You have a second brain in your gut, technically known as the enteric nervous system, which is lined with millions of neurons. And this second brain is in constant communication with the one in your head through a superhighway of nerves and chemical signals. The inhabitants of this second brain are trillions of microbes, your gut microbiota. This bustling community plays a shocking role in your mental health and cognitive function. They help produce neurotransmitters. In fact, about 90% of your body's serotonin is made in your gut. They also help control inflammation and influence how your body responds to stress. An imbalanced gut microbiome has been linked to brain fog, anxiety, and difficulty concentrating. A healthy gut is the foundation for a healthy, high-performing brain. So how do we cultivate a thriving inner garden? Through fiber, prebiotics, and probiotics. Fiber is the primary food for your good gut bacteria. When you eat fiber-rich foods like whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables, you're not just feeding yourself, you're feeding the microbes that support your brain. Then there are prebiotics, which are specific types of fiber that are particularly good at encouraging the growth of beneficial bacteria. You can find prebiotics in foods like garlic, onions, asparagus, and bananas. Think of them as specialized fertilizer for your gut garden. Finally, probiotics are live beneficial bacteria that you can introduce directly. Fermented foods are a fantastic natural source. Think of things like kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, and kombucha. Incorporating these into your diet can help bolster the populations of good bacteria, creating a more balanced and resilient gut ecosystem that, in turn, supports a calm, focused, and powerful mind. Building a flow-state diet isn't a 30-day challenge. It's about creating sustainable habits for lifelong cognitive excellence. The key is to listen to your body. Pay attention to how different foods make you feel. Do you feel sharp and energized after a certain meal or sluggish and foggy? Your body gives you constant feedback. You just have to learn its language. Start small. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Maybe this week you focus on adding a serving of leafy greens every day. Next week, you swap your sugary afternoon snack for a handful of walnuts and a piece of fruit. These small, consistent changes build powerful momentum over time. This journey is about empowering yourself with knowledge to take control of your own biology. By understanding the profound link between what you eat and how you think, you can move from being a passive passenger to the active architect of your mental performance. You have the power to build a brain that is more focused, more creative, and more resilient. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the neuroscience of nutrition. I hope you feel inspired to start fueling your brain for flow. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on optimizing your mind and body. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one change you're going to make to your diet this week? Let's continue the conversation there. Thanks for watching.